Good morning vlog and welcome back to another day in Hawaii. Today we are embarking on our second excursion of the trip and we are headed off to Pearl Harbor. Today's definitely going to be a more impactful and hard-hitting day. I am looking forward to discovering everything Pearl Harbor has to offer. On top of Pearl Harbor, we are also going to downtown Honolulu, and I think there's a few other places that we are hitting up on this tour. To be honest, I'm just along for the ride. It is currently 7:59 a.m. I could not sleep. I also got woken up by my friend and I just FaceTimed him for the morning. So I got up, I did my hair because I had some extra time, but we are leaving our room in 10 minutes to go meet our group. We leave the Alani Hotel around 8:30 and I'm pretty sure we are going to be gone all day. Let's go see what today brings us. We literally just hopped in our tour bus and he took off. We are currently downtown Honolulu looking at some of the historical places that they have down here. The only problem is that we literally only have 5 minutes, and if I'm comparing this tour guide compared to our tour guide that we had yesterday, the one yesterday beats this guy out by miles. Walking around downtown, honestly there's not too much to see, but the first place that we stopped at is this neoclassical building, which is now the Hawaii Supreme Court. Outside is a statue of King Kamehameha, which was Hawaii's first king. Across the street is a place known as the Iolani Palace, which has been the home to Hawaiian royalty for many decades. Pro tip, we also just learned we can't bring bags into Pearl Harbor. We're gonna have to figure that out, and hopefully he's gonna lock the bus up. So we made it to the first stop. We are at Pearl Harbor now, and the time frame is super confusing. If you're going through this tour, everything is like they don't have lunch scheduled for you, and basically we have a ferry ticket, but it's not until an hour and a half later. So once we take the ferry over there, we're only gonna have like 20 minutes to see the Arizona and then come back over here, walk over to the tour bus. I guess let's see how much we're going to get done. Well, ignore everything that I just said, because just like that, we're on the ferry headed over to the USS Arizona Memorial. Although we didn't have a ticket time corresponding with the early arrival that we had, they still let us on. As you can see, here are some of the remains that we're able to see of the USS Arizona. The USS Arizona Memorial is built over the remains of the sunken battleship of the USS Arizona, the final resting place for many of the 1,177 crewmen that were killed on December 7th of 1941 when their ship was bombed by Japanese naval forces. You are allowed about a 20-minute time span over on the memorial itself before the ferry boat comes back to pick you up. You are allowed to stay more than that 20 minutes, but you will just be over there for double the amount of time. We actually got a little bit more time on the memorial because they were having a boat issue. Kind of concerns me that that was happening at the memorial, but I digress. After hopping on the 5-minute ferry ride back to the visitor center, we are greeted with 2 museums. The first museum containing artifacts pre the sunken battleship of the USS Arizona. Then the second building is called the Attack. The Attack Museum contains some of the most hard-hitting artifacts, information, and everything that you might want to know about this time in history. Towards the end of the Attack Museum, there are lots of die-cast replicas that I'm sure people will enjoy checking out. My favorite being this representation of the USS Arizona Memorial. It shows the memorial itself that you are actually stepping foot in above the wreckage of the Arizona. So we have now made it into the Pearl Harbor gift shop. There are lots of books, lots of t-shirts, and not much space to move around, but I'll just do a little pan throughout the store here. They have all your typical tourist things that you might want or need. If you're looking for some Pearl Harbor souvenirs, this is the place to be. So we have left the Arizona Memorial and now we made it to the USS Missouri Battleship Memorial. Now you can either go on a 30-minute free guided tour or you can self-guide through the ship itself. I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll figure it out. So we just got done with the free 30-minute tour that they give, and I missed it. I was just about to show you guys, but there was a giant sea turtle that was off the side of the ship. My camera wouldn't focus in time, but I do recommend if you're coming on board the Missouri to definitely do the free tour. It goes to 3-4 different places, and the tour guide really explains all of the history and gives you a better in-depth look into everything that happened on board the ship compared to just walking around on your own. If you climb up these stairs, I don't know what this is. So we just got off of the Missouri and we're walking back to our tour bus now. We stopped and got some shaved ice and Dole Whip, and we ate it in the shade because it is a toasty one today. There is not a single cloud in the sky. It's literally just sun shining down on us. So now it's coming towards the end of the tour. We are making our way back to the tour bus. Then we have to go back to the Arizona to pick up our bags because of that bag policy, which is so silly, but I'll explain that later. I'll do like a little recap and review of the tour, but as of now, I am happy to be back in the shade. And also my tongue is red. And just like that, we are back at Alani, and let me dive into how today went. So the tour company we used was the same in the previous vlog, which is Inoa Tours. We did the Pearl Harbor tour, which goes to downtown Honolulu, the Arizona Memorial, and then also we get to go on board the USS Missouri. So overall thoughts, we were told that we could do some shopping in downtown Honolulu. Let me preface this, downtown Honolulu does not really have any shopping. We weren't even there for 5 minutes. We literally walked down the block, snapped a photo, and had to immediately get back on. After that, we went on over to the Arizona Memorial. We were there like 2 hours before our ticket for the ferry to take us to the actual memorial, which really threw us off guard because if we stuck to the time frame that he gave us, we wouldn't have made it back to the bus on time to head on over to the Missouri. Also, there was supposed to be a bunch of like shows and like theater movies playing that we could watch. There was supposed to be 2 separate ones. None of them were playing today because there was a live stream of people diving where the actual Arizona ship is, which was a bummer because even if we wanted to stay and watch that live stream, we couldn't have done it. Also, side note, before I talk about the Missouri, please keep in mind when you are at the visitor site, there's hardly any food choices. There's just this little snack shop. So if you're planning on eating there, bring your own food or just eat before or after. And then secondly, you're not allowed to bring big bags in, but you can bring a clear bag in. So that would have been nice to know before going, but we had no idea since we booked all of this over the phone. After that, we headed on over to the Missouri, and I enjoyed my time there a lot more, but please know it gets really hot on board that ship. So overall, all of us enjoyed our time at the Missouri, but it was a bummer because it was so hot. We headed off and enjoyed some snow cones, which were absolutely delicious. I'm a sucker for snow cones, any type of shaved ice. Any excuse I have to order some, I'm there, no questions asked. I'm here to give y'all my honest review. So our tour guide for the day, his name was Steve, and Steve with Inoa Tours just wasn't doing it for us. He didn't really have a tour guide personality. He was more cut, dry, I'm reading off of a textbook, not trying to get to know his guests. He didn't really radiate the Hawaiian vibe that everyone gave us yesterday with this same tour company. Obviously, comparing the two is a little bit unfortunate for our guy Steve, but he just wasn't making it the best vibe, we'll say. So if I were to recommend the Pearl Harbor tour or the Island of Oahu tour by this tour company, Inoa Tours, I definitely hands down recommend the entire Island of Oahu tour. Hands down the best. After that, we just came back to Alani, we got changed, and now we are getting ready for dinner tonight. My grandparents and mom and dad just walked across the street to the ABC store, which if y'all are in the area, please go to that ABC store. Everything is cheaper. There is so much food options, and it is definitely worth the walk across the street to check out. They are just going to grab a whole bunch of stuff, and we're gonna have like a picnic potluck of sorts here at our dining room table. So here's what I got. I just got a side of french fries and the best PB&J that I've ever seen. Tell me why this looks as good as it does. My mother got some sort of Hawaiian mousse pudding in a cup looking thing. My dad got some musubi to try, spam musubi. I'm probably saying that wrong. He's very nervous to try it because it's warm. My grandpa got a cheeseburger, then we got some hot Cheetos, Hawaiian chips, and then in there, it's some sort of donut balls, but the inside is like rice, my dad was told. So this will be very interesting to see how these are. It looks like it has some sort of cinnamon and sugar on top, perhaps. Here's what the grilled cheese and french fries look like. The french fries just look like mine, but that grilled cheese does look pretty good.
Taste with that french fry. It's not bad though.
Nope, you're not doing it.
Nope.
You can have
no,
it.
no.
He's not gonna eat it. They won't.
No, I won't eat it. It's
Well,
too fishy.
I got a hamburger here.
That's rules. 0. Can't be swallowed.
Go spit it out.
There's a napkin. I wouldn't eat it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna try it. Not after that reaction. You're still gnawing on it.
Definitely doesn't taste like spam. The rice even tasted like fish.
The time has come to try one of these. This is what it looks like. It's basically just like a donut hole looking thing with cinnamon and sugar on the top maybe, or it's just sugar, I don't know. I got it all over my face. Yummy. Except they're awkward to eat.
Alexis, you want half of it? You like them the other night.
I like this
How
more.
far is your
Okay.
This lighting is super strange, but I forgot to end last night's vlog. We just got carried away telling stories, eating girl dinner, as you will, and we played Uno for a couple hours.
You're a little bitch already. I was down 2 cards.
Green veins.
Oh, you dipped in doo-doo.
Green again? To me?
You got skipped. You got skipped.
Skip
Yeah, I'm gonna.
bitch! Skipped
Skip Tony to
Tony.
Alexis.
You're not very nice.
Well, I had to get rid of it.
Color?
Lucky.
Yeah, well. Well, I was going for me. Fine.
No, it's mine.
Then fine. I did
Give me
not
that
touch
2
that
right
one.
there.
One.
No, it's both them.
2. Okay.
Hey,
You said yellow?
bitch.
Now I can say that I've at least seen Pearl Harbor, the Arizona, Missouri, all of that once in my life, and I'm glad that I had that opportunity to go and do that with my grandpa. Without further ado, it's the next day. I gotta get going because it is early and we have a big day ahead of us. Y'all know how to do all of the YouTube things. Leave a like, comment down below, share this video, and I will catch you guys in the next Hawaii vlog. Bye! Sorry, I'm watching a soccer game at the same time I'm talking about this, so I feel like I'm gonna forget something, but also this game's about to go into overtime and my friends are playing, so I need to multitask here. You feel? I'm turning it on. Overtime. Oh, my mom's calling me. Hello? I just got done sneezing. Yeah, I know, I'm watching. Well, I mean, I'd always eat french fries.
Outside of section 204?
They lost. They lost the game. That was such a stupid way to lose, too. Willie B was Willie slacking.
Is that paper?
No, that's seaweed.
That's part of what you did.
My mouth is on fire still.
That's what was in your salad, wasn't it? Cranberry? Yeah, that's what she likes cranberry. Gives her,
French fries.
gives her shits. Does. Well, hello. Yeah, and here I am.